So much of what we confuse as love is actually a form of fear. If we really examine our feelings, our actions and behaviors, if we go deeply into them and see what is at the root of them, it is more often fear which motivates us rather than genuine love. What is most commonly mistaken as love is some form of attachment, possessiveness, desperation, and dependency. When we rely on someone else to make us feel happy, fulfilled, to feel safe and secure, to fulfill all of our desires and expectations, this makes us dependent upon them. And to be dependent means to be insecure, because whatever we're dependent upon can be taken from us at any moment. We're essentially under the misconception that this other person is the source of our happiness or our security and so on, which means that if they leave us, we won't be able to take care of ourselves. We will lose our happiness, our fulfillment, our sense of being loved. And with that possibility, there is great fear. So any relationship which is based on this kind of dependency is rooted in fear, pervaded by fear, consumed by fear, and often destroyed by fear. It has nothing at all to do with love, because love is quite the opposite of fear. Love doesn't require anything. It doesn't seek anything other than to give. It depends on nothing. It is absolutely free in and of itself. But what we call love is often not love at all, but fear, which is essentially the absence of love. It's a sense that love is lacking in oneself, that there is no love in you, and so you have to go out and acquire it from someone else. Often what we call love is actually the desperation to be loved. It's a kind of neediness, of needing someone else to love you because you feel that you are unloved, that you have no love of your own. So it's entirely about trying to get something from others. It's all about acquisition. And when we do find someone who seems to offer this to us, we become attached to them because we see them as the source of our security, the source of our happiness, the source of our fulfillment. And we're deeply afraid of losing that. So we become possessive, we become demanding, we become controlling, which is all selfishness and has nothing at all to do with genuine love. Genuine love doesn't seek to possess anything or anyone. It doesn't make demands or try to manipulate or control. It is an absolute freedom which respects the freedom of others. Because it doesn't require anything, because it is fulfilling in and of itself, genuine love doesn't fear to lose anything. And it's only this fear of loss that manifests as possessiveness and subjugation. Any relationship rooted in this kind of fear will naturally be devoid of love. There may be affection, there may be an exchange of services, but all of this is done in order to appease the other, to keep them from leaving, and to coax them into giving you whatever you think it is that you need, to be reassured, to attend to your desires and fulfill your expectations, to give you some sense of security. So really, it's conducted as a business. I will give you some affection. I will do some nice things for you here and there. I will concede to some of your wishes and so on. But in exchange, you must do this and that and the other for me. And so everything we do for the other is done with the expectation of getting something in return. And that's not love, that's business, that's barter, that's exploitation. Love doesn't make any demands. It has no requirements, no conditions. It gives freely without the need for anything to be given in return. But most of us don't even know how to love. We're not attuned to love. Everything we do is arising from fear. And the reason why we don't experience genuine love is because we're looking in the wrong direction. We're looking out there, outside of ourselves. We're looking for someone else to give it to us, but it doesn't work that way. All our attention is aimed outwardly, and so we overlook the one place where genuine love can be found and experienced, which is within you, at the core of your being, that place where so few venture to go. That love which we all yearn to experience is already within us, waiting to be uncovered. And it's because it's been buried under so much fear and illusion, it's become completely obscured, hidden. So we don't even realize that it's there. But actually, that yearning for love that drives us to seek it elsewhere is arising from that very love that is buried deep within us. And if we follow that yearning, if we trace it back to its source, if we go into it to find out where it's arising from, we discover that it's the love within us crying out to be released. It's as if that love is being held prisoner in the depths of our being, guarded by fear in all its forms, guarded by insecurities and illusions. And our seeking for others to love us is really a seeking to be rescued and released from that prison. But what we fail to realize is that while we are that love which cries out to be free, we are also the creators of the guards which imprison it. We have created them in our imagination and given them dominion over our hearts. And just as we have given it to them, we can take it away. All the power to restrain or release that love is in our own hands and always has been. And no one else has that power but us. This means that no one else can rescue you. No one else can set you free. That is solely your responsibility. And simply by realizing this truth, already you have gained back so much power, and you can begin breaking down the barriers. So recognize, first of all, that what you call love is not love. See it for what it is. See how it causes you to suffer. See how it creates so much unnecessary misery and conflict. See how it is misdirected, and then turn your attention within. Discover that genuine love which lies dormant within you. And as soon as you do, as soon as you recognize it, it will awaken and begin to rise up in you. And you will find that it is this love which you have been seeking all this time. And only that love which is already within you can truly fulfill you. As you allow it to rise up in you, to flow freely through you, you will also find that this love dissolves all fear. If you find value in this content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.